I'm Chris Kubal. Here's a look at your Local 5 weather impact forecast. We have two weather impact alerts to tell you about for Thursday and Friday. Let's focus in on what happens Thursday afternoon. From 12 to 6 p.m., we're tracking a scenario that brings discrete, strong to severe storms into southern and southeastern Iowa, with threats of tornadoes, hail, and high wind. Here's the scenario we're watching. Heart of the area of low pressure passes right through central Iowa. In this warm sector, especially close to the slow, we'll have to watch for storms to grow upscale and produce those storm threats for us. Level 1, 2, and 3 on the severe outlook now in place for Thursday, especially over southeastern and eastern Iowa. I do think there's potential for strong threats, but on a more isolated level, if that makes sense. Only one or two storms that grow to produce these threats. And again, listed here for tornado and wind, especially with a secondary threat of hail across parts of the state. Now, we will see those temperatures rise, and for some into the 60s and 70s. Those that get there, and I think that's especially more prominent over southeastern Iowa, you'll have the best chance to see those strong to severe storms develop. So that second round is going to be impacting on Friday, and both of which featuring that south and eastern focus on the state. In the end, widespread rains of 1 to 3 inches will be possible. Here's that first wave as it slides through. Add the second wave in, and you see numerous locations, especially over eastern Iowa, rising north of 3 inches. And there will likely be some that fall under that range as well, but we will pick up a steady dose of rain in 2 waves. Here's the first wave arriving after dark on Wednesday, more or less. There will be some that dive into it a little earlier. But you see a shield of rain with embedded rumbles of thunder slide in here. Maybe possible to see some small hail with some of this activity, but largely in the morning, we're not too concerned with the severe risk. As we do go through the morning drive, you notice that rain is out there, so heads up for that, as that will likely mean a slowed morning commute. Here's what that severe risk is predicated on. We get a chance to dry out and warm up, see those temperatures rise in the 60s and some 70s in southeastern Iowa. Here's what I mean by discrete. It may only be 1 or 2 storms that get unruly on us, and this is what I'm going to be tracking as it slips through southern and eastern Iowa. Very close to that spin, that area of low pressure. As this moves out, it will be a narrow window. I think 12 to 6, but maybe even more narrow than that to watch for these storm threats. Pretty quiet thereafter. So here's the energy as we watch it track across southern and southeastern Iowa. That's the key target zone we'll be watching for Thursday afternoon and the corresponding severe risk. Then we dive into Friday, another level 2 and level 3 across parts of central and southern Iowa. This time frame mainly after 4 o'clock. Into the afternoon and evening. We'll be watching for threats of hail, wind, and tornadoes once again. So we dive into that one after being fairly quiet through the start of the day. We'll look for the shield of rain to take over and explode with thunderstorms through the afternoon and evening. And once again, you see more of that stronger variety of storm developing over southern and southeastern Iowa. For Friday, the threats that we're going to be tracking: tornadoes, large hail, and wind, kind of up into that medium category. By then, a lot of rain will have fallen too, so flash flooding risk as well. Thankfully, we're dry heading into this and picking up that rain in 2 stints. That should help us out, but localized training thunderstorms could change that. 45 degrees tonight with the overnight low, 68 for your Thursday, and actually temperatures are going to be quite spread across central Iowa. Much warmer over southeastern Iowa, cooler in the northwestern part of the state, and those areas that warm up the most are going to have the best opportunity to pick up that strong to severe storm. Trying to hold out here to get those warmer temperatures to pop into view, but you can see that change, that difference across the state. From warmest to coldest on Thursday. All right, being a little shy there. We'll continue on, show you that back-to-back afternoons and evenings we're tracking for the strong to severe storms. And we'll quiet things down for the holiday weekend. A little cooler, a bit breezy on Saturday as well, trying to bounce back on Easter itself. Temperatures really all over the place as we move through the next 10 days, but not too far from what's typical for the time of year. A lot of 50s, but outside of those bounds on a few of those days. More rain opportunities, and maybe even tracking some of those colder periods up north for a couple of snowflakes mixing in on Tuesday and Wednesday next week.